sun's coming in weird on my forehead, but welcome to today's video where I'm gonna do a glow up routine, and I'm starting this off at night because it's a process. Okay, we're gonna be doing some self tanner. I need to badly do my nails, they're super chipped, and I'm finally gonna be trying out dip powder at home, doing my own dip powder nails. How long have I been talking about trying this now? Pretty sure it's been since the very beginning of quarantine. Oh wow, look at this rainbow. I feel like I'm at a rave. I'm gonna be doing some teeth whitening and then doing my makeup for a glowy like tan kind of look. So let's get into it before I'm fully blinded by this rainbow light. If you enjoyed today's video while you're watching, you can give it a thumbs up. Here we go. I think I'm gonna start out with teeth whitening so they can kind of sit on as I'm doing my nails. So I'm gonna use what I've been using lately, link them down below. They're basically exactly like the Crest White strips, like same kind of concept. There's no trays or anything. They're just strips, except they're non-toxic and like more natural ingredients. So they use coconut oil and then different kind of like citrus lemon peel oil kind of stuff. And if you have sensitive teeth, these are great. They're enamel safe and they actually do really whiten. I was skeptical because it's kind of more like natural ingredients, but they've been working. The only thing is when you put these on, you wanna make sure your teeth are extra dry. Like I usually just like pat it on a towel or tissue or something because that'll help them stick. If not, they're gonna be kind of like sliding around. I just realized I'm not gonna be able to really talk with these in. Maybe not a great call on my part. 30 minutes on the clock. Okay, I'm just filing them down and getting these taken care of. But I just was thinking, because I'm still waiting. Do you guys have that person in your life who you don't hear from them for like a few days? So you text them, are you alive? Like just check in your breathing and things. Don't need to drive over to your house, right? And then they wait like hours before texting you that they're alive. It's okay. I wasn't worrying for that last hour that you were dead or anything. No big deal. Okay, it's been 30 minutes. There we have it. I feel like my bottoms are getting super white. Normally my bottom teeth have a hard time getting white for some reason. I'm kind of debating showering first and doing my self tanner just in case the nails take forever and it gets too late and stuff. So I think I'm gonna hop in the shower, scrub everything down because I can always do my nails in the morning if I need to. So this is what I love to use in the shower before I self-tan or just in general as a body exfoliator. But this one's perfect because it doesn't leave an oily residue and it has a lot of grit to it, especially if you use it with like a exfoliating mitt. This scent isn't my favorite. It's pretty intense, like it smells super sweet. So I'm gonna switch up the scent next time I repurchase this. And this is what I use if I have like leftover self-tanner still on that I really need to get off, or if a self-tanner is just being super stubborn and not coming off. The Bondi Sands self-tan eraser is amazing. I also wanna try the one by, what's it called? The brand that does the dripping gold tan. I think they also make a tan eraser that I've heard is good. I have definitely tanner left over on my legs. You can see the color, but I didn't wanna use the eraser on it because I don't know, I just want to go over it with the tanner I'm going to use, but this is the one I have on right now, which I don't love. I'm like still testing it just to see, but yeah, I don't love this one. I just feel like it's a little bit orange and a little bit patchy. The tanner I have been loving is this one from Amazon. It's around 17 bucks. And you guys, the color is so nice. The color looks so natural. This is a 1 hour express tan. That's totally not true. Don't do that. Leave it on overnight. It gives much better results if you leave it on overnight. This is cruelty-free, vegan, free of parabens, and has 100% natural DHA in it. This had super good reviews, which is why I initially bought on there, and I've been really liking this one. If you do one coat, it's definitely closer to like Loving Tan Medium, like it's a pretty natural tan. If you do 2 coats or do it back to back, like do it one night and then the next night, you'll get a deep tan, and it goes on so even too. So I'm thinking tonight I just want to do 1 coat because 2 coats gets me pretty bronzy. Like I look like I just got back from a vacation, and it's gonna be cloudy the next few days here in Seattle. So by the way, I love my fair skin. Okay, this has nothing to do with not being comfortable in pale skin. I just also love self tanners every now and then. It feels good to kind of switch it up, and I love doing different makeup when I'm self-tanned. Like makeup just looks different. So I just think it's fun to switch up, especially for summer. I mean, I'm literally pale about 350 days of the year probably, at least in the past few years. So you definitely don't need to tan if you're trying to glow up. And I'm also just testing a bunch of self-tanners right now. I've been using this Loving Tan mitt, and then this is really cool. It's from Amazon and it's a back tanner, so you can actually hold both sides and then like move to get your back with this. All right, I'm bronzed up besides my hands. I do my hands last, like right before I go to bed, just so I can still wash them and stuff. But this is just a color guard so you can see where you're putting it on. And then tomorrow with the color guard, when I shower, we'll rinse off. And then the developed tan will be what's showing. But for my face, I find that this doesn't break me out. So I just put it on a little makeup brush. First I'll put on moisturizer, so I'll put on the CeraVe PM. And then I'll just put like the tiniest amount on this brush and then just work it into my skin, and that usually ends up leaving a really pretty effect for like a face tan. We have arrived to the dip nails. The time has come, it's happening. No procrastinating, we're doing it. So I have two different dip powder kits here. This one's by Revel Nail, which I've heard good things about, but all the colors I have for this one are like pinks, and I think I want to do like a milky kind of white, which I have in one of these, the Nail Boo. Wow, look at this mini manual. Got some nail clips for removal. Ooh, this is a nice big file. I bent that getting it out of the packaging. That was my fault. Oh yeah, this guy. Here's a tip. That's the white one, and I was looking at photos of these on Instagram to guess like what shades I might like. And here's a tip. Looked like a really pretty milky white build powder, so we need to read about that. But yeah, I also got a black one because black nail polish chips so fast, so if I like this and I get the hang of it, doing black dip would be great. I am tempted to do this pink now that I'm looking at it. It looks like a really pretty pink color. I do the pink because I'm pretty sure I want to get acrylics soon. I'm just like craving them. And if I get acrylics, I think I want to do all white. I've got my iPad here ready to watch something as I do this. Look at this packaging, I'm into it. I wanted to do a TikTok on this, like trying dip for the first time, but I'm thinking I'm just gonna do it once I get the hang of it. Okay, here's the thing. I'm not done, but I'm on like the color portion of it, and I just think they're a little bit too sheer looking, and this is 2.5 coats. I've been doing like 3 on the very ends, and they're still like super sheer. So I'm gonna try adding a coat of this over top. This is the Revel Nail Dip Powder in the shade Hottie, and this one looks like a bit more pink. I'm hoping it's less sheer. Oh yeah, okay, cool. Wow, that was super pink actually. Okay, I'll show you guys tomorrow in natural light, but here's the finished result that I got. I think they look really good from like this distance. Layering powders like 2 different colors isn't the move. Don't do that, because what happens is when you file off the top layer, it just makes it kind of like patchy looking. It was actually very easy. It took me a while just because it was my first time. This is only like a little over an hour, so that actually wasn't too bad. Oh, there you can see the patchiness a little bit more, I feel like. I think if I had a different color, like next time I try this and I just do one color, I think I'll really like it. It's not bad. So I'm actually super excited to do my makeup right now because I went through my makeup collection and found a bunch of stuff that I either can't normally use when I have more fair skin, or I just haven't used in a long time. So I have some fun products in here. But here's what the self tanner looks like, so you can see the color and everything. I just think the undertone of this is so nice. It has like a little bit of that olivey undertone, and it's just super not streaky on me. I want to try out this new one by Shiseido. It's their Synchro Skin Soft Blurring Primer. By the way, I don't know what happened on this side, but a couple of them keep getting like dull, but this side looks good and nice and shiny. I feel like I need to go down a little. Oh, there we go. Okay, I swatched this on my hand and it felt really interesting, so I'm very curious to put this all over my face. Whoa. Yeah, it feels like it almost goes on a little bit like a serum and like super soft feeling, but then it completely dries down to almost like a powder feeling. So for foundation, I'm gonna be using my all-time favorite Hailey's Beauty BB Drops. I actually have a obviously darker shade this time because of the self tanner. This is in the shade Light Neutral. I'm hoping this is dark enough, or if it's too dark, I can mix it in with my normal shade. My normal shade, if you're wondering, is Fair Cool. This one's a perfect shade match for me when I don't have self tanner on. So I wanna say thank you to Hailey's Beauty for continuing to support my channel and sponsoring a portion of today's video. I love working with Hailey's Beauty because I use these guys and talk about them when they're not sponsoring me. I love the BB Drops. These are one of my holy grail foundation products. And then they also just came out with a couple brushes, which is super exciting. I love their foundation kabuki brush. It has the perfect amount of density. It has that nice like dome shape, and it just applies foundation beautifully. I've been using this for over a month now, and this is actually on sale right now for $14.40, and the BB Drops are on sale for $11 because it's their Memorial Day sale right now. So everything is 20 to 50% off. So now's the time if you've been wanting to pick anything up. I also love their primer, their blurring primer. Always talk about that one too. No code needed, you just pop on over to their website. So let's go in with the BB Drops. You definitely wanna shake these up to mix it up, and it has marula oil in here, which gives you that super pretty glow. I love the glowy finish these give. If you wanna see me doing like a glass skin tutorial using these, I'll link that down below too. Oh, it's looking promising, shade-wise. Might be a little light. I can always warm it up with bronzer, but I'm gonna go with the kabuki brush and blend. And this is made of sustainable wood, the handle, vegan bristles. Oh, I actually think this is a perfect shade match. Hell yeah, look at that. They feel super weightless. So if you're someone who doesn't like feeling like you have a heavy foundation on and you just want that super breathable kind of feel, these are extremely lightweight. Someone I was reading was like, they don't come out. You have to squeeze right here and they'll come out. You don't just like let them drop. And I like to put on a decent amount because as you can see, you can get pretty good coverage out of these, and they are buildable too, but I just like to start out with, okay, I put a little too much on. I'm gonna just add a little bit over here. That was a little much, got excited. But this brush just feels so soft, and I'm picky with foundation brushes. This one doesn't give me streaks. It feels very soft, and it's just that perfect amount of density. I only have a few foundation brushes that I like, and this one I'm adding to the list. By the way, this necklace is from Moonstruck. I'll link it down below. It's a small business, and I think it's so pretty. All of Hailey's Beauty's products are vegan, cruelty-free. The founder is a female chemist, which I always just think is very cool. And they're all fragrance-free, which is a big selling point for me personally. If you want to check out Hailey's Beauty and get 50% off for their Memorial Day sale, I'll have them linked down below, and I'll link the products that I talked about. Okay, I'm very excited to put this on my face right now because I can't normally use this concealer on my skin tone. This is the shade Oat. I have heard good things about the formula of this. Oh dang, that has some coverage. That's looking good. That was super easy to blend out, and I love the coverage. I'm gonna hold off on setting my under eyes for now and see if I want to later on. But I've been loving this powder to use just like on my cheeks or even around my pores. It's super blurring. I don't like it on its own, the L'Oreal Fresh Wear Powder Foundation. I need to pick up a darker shade so I can use it if I have self tanner on. But I think the only powder I have dark enough right now is the Covergirl Clean Fresh powder, which is also one of my favorite powders. But this one might be too dark, but because I'm using it, I'm literally just gonna put it right on my cheeks so I can blend powder products over top and like up here on my forehead. I think it'll be fine because it'll probably just give me a little bit of a bronzy kind of look. Actually, I think that shade is probably pretty good. So I'm gonna bring this up to my forehead. I don't like to powder my whole forehead. I've been pretty in love with Glossier Brow Flick, so I am gonna use that. And I did order the lighter shade. This one's black, I ordered brown. But first I wanna try this Laminate Brow by Revolution. Okay, there's a clear brow gel on one side, and then what is this? Oh, and then you get a pencil on the other. Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna use the pencil because I do wanna use the Brow Flick, but first I'm gonna use the laminate side and just brush up my brows. Look at how tiny that is. Sometimes if you brush up first with a like clear brow gel, it can make doing the Brow Flick or some kind of like brow pen easier. Feels very lightweight. Like I was expecting it to have like a ton of hold. I mean, it might have a ton of hold, but I can't tell. It doesn't feel like super noticeable on my brows, which is nice. If you want to see me kind of talking through my brows more in depth and what exactly I do, check out the Get Ready With Me Outside kind of video where I did like the peachy look. I'll link that in the eye down below, but I go more in depth there. Okay, the brows are on. I pulled out two different bronzers. The Too Faced Sweet Pea, which does have a little bit of a luminous finish, and then Benefit Hoola, which is just a classic, but normally this is way too dark for me. It just does not work on my skin tone. So I think I want to use Hoola today. And this one does have a matte finish. I'm going to be using glowy blushes and highlighters, so I like to kind of switch it up between the finishes so everything's not overly glowy. Oh yeah, I love that kind of like reddish undertone. This is making me very excited for summer. This is a new blush from Milani called Peach of Me. Hopefully this isn't like glittery. It's looking a little glittery. Oh my god, that is pigmented. I literally dipped my brush in once because I know Milani blushes tend to be really pigmented, but holy crap. Just using a powder brush and tapping over that to kind of tone it down and blend it out a bit. I was looking through all my highlighters because I wanted to find one that I love but that I haven't used in a while, and that is exactly this guy, the Revolution, just my type. You can get this on Ulta. It is unreal. And I'm gonna load it up on the highlight today because I'm going for that super glowy, summery kind of look. Oh my god. This highlight is, I have no words. I'm doing my Cupid's bow and then a bit on the very tip of my nose too. So before I do my eyes, I am going to set my face. I'm using the Urban Decay All Nighter. If you want a drugstore option, get the Wet n Wild Original, not the natural finish. That one's pretty, but it's really glowy. Get the original if you just want a neutral one. So far my concealer is not looking like I need to set it, so that's exciting. Hopefully it stays that way. It said it 16-hour wear, I think, and waterproof. For an eyeshadow primer, I've been loving using the Laura Mercier Caviar Eye Stick in Vanilla Kiss. And this is actually such a great base because Caviar Eye Sticks are hands down the most long-lasting cream eye products I've found. Vanilla Kiss I really like because it's like a just neutral light cream kind of color. Okay, so I have this really specific eye look that I've been loving. I haven't used these exact products for it yet, but I've just been using like a combo of random things trying to like perfect it. But it's basically just one brown shade, deep brown shade all over the lid. And then sometimes I'll leave it at that. It just gives this super pretty summery kind of sultry look. But today I do want to add something over top, which we'll get to. But I'm going to use the shade L'Oreal 306 Matte for this one. I love these shadows. These matte single shadows by L'Oreal are incredible. So I'm gonna try this one all over the lid on just a big fluffy brush. The formula of these shadows are just super buttery, very soft. Like they feel like high-end shadows. All around 10 out of 10 on the L'Oreal single shadows in that line. I have, I think, 4 or 5 of them and everyone is friggin' beautiful, and the metallics. This is the NYX Beauty Buzz Foil Play Cream Shadow. And this is insane. I need to order more shades of these because the formula is beautiful. I'm gonna use my finger. These are foiled shadows, so they're very, very metallic. And I'm just gonna pat this on the very middle portion of my eye. Kind of create like a little bit of a halo situation. I'm not gonna bring it all the way into my inner corner. If you just want kind of a softer kind of sheer look, I'm trying to get it to catch the light here, you could stop there. Like just put on, you know, one kind of layer with your finger very lightly, but you can really build this up to be friggin' insane, so I wanna show you. I'm in love. I don't know what I'm gonna do on the lower lash line yet, especially because I'm not setting my concealer. Usually if I don't set my concealer, I don't love to do a ton on the lower lash line, just so it doesn't like transfer down. But I'm gonna use a little bit of my favorite liquid liner. This is around $5 on YesStyle. It's the McQueen New York Waterproof Pen Liner. This is in the brown shade though. Normally I use black, and I'm just gonna do a very fine line all the way across, not wing it or anything. I'm gonna be putting on false lashes today. First I wanna reuse the e.l.f. Lash Out Loud Volumizing Mascara. I've heard good things about this, but I've tried it a couple of times and I haven't loved the way it makes my lashes look, so I'm just kind of retrying it today. We'll see what happens, but it is a very short bristle rubber wand, which usually I like these kind of ones for layering, so I'm thinking I might like this better layered with other mascaras that I like. It says it's a volumizing mascara, but I just think I get no volume with this mascara. I am so excited to try these because these look like they're gonna be right up my alley. They're by Salon Perfect. I love ones that are super short in the front. So I'm gonna apply these and I'll be right back. I haven't worn dramatic false lashes in like months. So I think for the lower lash line, I'm just gonna add a little bit of my MAC Extend Play Giga Black Lash Mascara. I don't think I wanna do any kind of shadow or anything. Lip products are another one of those things that look totally different if I have tanner on. So I kind of want to do my Shine Loud Gold Crusher by NYX because this one is like a little bit too peachy, a little bit too dark on my skin tone normally, but I think today it might look really good. But first for lip liner, I'm gonna use this L'Oreal Color Riche Matte in the shade Mastermind. Okay, so now I'm gonna apply this stuff. If you haven't heard of this, it like went viral on TikTok, but it's pretty incredible, the formula, because it is a gloss finish, but it is fully transfer proof. Before I put the lacquer finish on, I wanna lighten it a little bit. Rewind. I'm gonna use this clear finish because I think that's what really locks it in. And then I'm gonna go in with this lighter Lorac gloss. This is one of my all-time favorite glosses, Out of Office by Lorac. So this is the final glow up, finished look. We got the nails done, tanner, makeup. I'm gonna have everything I used on my face today listed down below in the description box. And again, you can check out the Hailey's Beauty Memorial Day sale at the link down below. But I love you guys. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video.